From the moment I fell down that rabbit hole, I've been told what I must do and who I must be. I've been shrunk, stretched, scratched, and stuffed into a teapot. I've been accused of being Alice and of not being Alice, but this is my dream. I'll decide where it goes from here.
If you diverge from the path...
I make the path.
Today, we are learning English with Alice in Wonderland. We will first see her meet the Cheshire Cat and then when she visits the Mad Hatter at the tea party. And if you want to keep learning with the best movies and TV series so you can finally understand fast-speaking natives without getting lost, without missing the jokes and without subtitles, then just click on that subscribe button and bell down below now. Alice falls down a rabbit hole full of objects floating in the air into a room with many doors. Alice enters the door into a vast garden residing in Wonderland, where she encounters the Cheshire Cat. Before we get into the scene, I said that Alice falls down a rabbit hole. Here, this happens literally, but there's also an idiomatic expression, go down the rabbit hole. This means that someone spends a lot of time on an activity, perhaps more than they originally intended.
It looks like you ran afoul of something with wicked claws.
I'm still dreaming.
What did that to you?
Banner or bandit?
The Bandersnatch? Well, I'd better have a look.
What are you doing?
It needs to be purified by someone with evaporating skills, or it will fester and putrefy.
I'd rather you didn't. I'll be fine as soon as I wake up.
At least let me bind it for you. What do you call yourself?
Alice?
The Alice?
There's been some debate about that.
I never get involved in politics. You'd best be on your way.
What way? All I want to do is wake up from the stream.
Fine. I'll take you to the Hare and the Hatter. But that's the end of it. Coming. It looks like you ran afoul of something with wicked claws.
To fall or run afoul of something means to get into trouble because of not obeying or following a rule or law.
So what's the job?
Yeah, one of our associates ran afoul of some competitors and got himself caught. So I'm putting together a crew to spring him.
Claws are the sharp, curved nails on some animals. If you describe someone or something as wicked, they behave in a way that is morally wrong. It's a synonym for evil or terrible.
I'm just not too keen on killing a lady.
She's not a lady. She's a wicked witch. And your magic is the only thing strong enough to destroy her.
As a slang word, wicked means the same as awesome or cool.
I mean, do you really have the
what?
The scar? Oh, yeah. Wicked.
The Bandersnatch is a fictional creature in Lewis Carroll's narratives and also a character in Alice in Wonderland. It appears as a bulldog, bear-like creature and is controlled by the Red Queen. If a cut or other injury festers, it becomes infected and produces pus.
Been over this. It was too much. I couldn't accept it.
I actually still have this splinter that's been festering for 3 months, an old piece of wood.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
Also, if an unpleasant feeling or problem festers, it gets worse because it has not been dealt with.
It isn't safe. The trees have grown wild and dangerous. Anger festers in their hearts. Black are their thoughts. Strong is their hate.
When something putrefies, it decomposes and produces a very unpleasant smell.
He managed to peel and dissolve some of the stain, but the wound's putrefied. By the time he stopped, she was horribly deformed.
In order to highlight the importance of connected speech, let's contrast Alice's statement with mine, but I'm going to say it without any contractions and pronounce every single word completely. I would rather you did not.
I'd rather you didn't.
It's an enormous difference, isn't it? In Alice's speech, we don't hear the pronoun I. The only thing noticeable is the D sound that comes from the contraction of I would. Now I encourage you to try it out.
Why don't we go back to my place, light a couple of candles, break open a box of cinnamon fruit toasties,
I'd rather not.
Oh, yeah, why not?
Now, do you get frustrated when natives speak fast and you can't understand? Do you feel lost and confused if you don't have the subtitles? Now, it's not important that you speak this way, but mastering connected speech like this is absolutely crucial if you want to confidently understand native speakers. That is exactly why in our Fluent with Friends course, we help you to learn the principles of connected speech so that you can understand natives at any speed. The best part, you can try it absolutely free with our 3-part masterclass. Click here or in the description below to join that now.
I'll be fine as soon as I wake up.
At least let me bind it for you.
As we saw in the clip, bind means to tie things firmly together with cloth or string. Another common meaning to the verb bind is to form a strong emotional connection between two people, as in the following example.
The couple has written their own vows. These vows are from the heart and will bind them together forever.
Josh, you are my heart and soul.
What do you call yourself?
Alice.
The
Alice?
Here we have an alternative to the question, what is your name? However, you may hear it more often during formal conversations.
Well, what do you call yourself?
Me?
Yes, you. There's nobody else here.
No. I call myself me.
We normally don't use the definite article the before someone's name. Nevertheless, it's used when we mean specific people.
I'm Alice.
The Alice? The Alice of legend?
Look, you're kind of freaking me out.
You'd best is an old-fashioned way of saying you'd better. This phrase is short for you would or had better, and it's used to talk about actions we think people should do or which are desirable in a specific situation.
What are you two conspiring about? Well, whatever it is, you'd best hurry up. My brother is coming.
To a small council meeting?
If you are on your way, you have started your journey somewhere and leave where you currently are.
Keep your distance. I'll use this if I have to. I don't want any trouble. You understand? Just show me the way to get out of here, and I'll be on my way.
Was it lost?
Yes, and I want to get unlost as soon as possible.
Fine. I'll take you to the Hare and the Hatter. But that's the end of it.
Which picture shows a hare? A hare is an animal like a rabbit, but larger with long ears, long legs, and a small tail. Hatter is an old-fashioned way of referring to someone who makes or sells hats. The terms milliner and hat maker are generally used interchangeably these days. Strictly speaking though, a milliner makes women's hats and a hat maker makes men's hats. Interestingly, in English we have the expression as mad as a hatter that is used to describe a completely crazy person. If you are a fan of Alice's stories, you know that the Hatter demonstrates some degree of craziness in his ways.
Alistair Moody? The Aura?
Aura?
Dark wizard catcher. Half the cells in Azkaban are filled thanks to him. He's supposed to be mad as a hatter though these days.
After her talk with the Cheshire Cat, he escorts her to the tea party where she is going to meet 𝗙𝗏𝗘𝗘𝗘, the Mad Hatter, along with 𝗙𝗏𝗘𝗘𝗘, the March Hare and 𝗙𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗘𝗥𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗦𝗦.
Watch what you're doing. Hey, watch it.
It's you.
No, it's not. McTwist brought us the wrong Alice.
It's the wrong Alice. It's absolutely Alice. You're absolutely Alice. I'd know you anywhere. I'd know him anywhere. Well, as you can see, we're still having tea. And it's all because I was obliged to kill time waiting for your return. You're terribly late, you know. Naughty. Well, anyway, time became quite offended and stopped altogether. Not a tick ever since.
Cut. Time can be funny in dreams.
Down with the bloody big head being the Red Queen.
Come, we simply must commence with the slaying and such. Therefore, it is high time to forgive and forget, or forget and forgive, whichever comes first, or is in any case most convenient. I'm waiting.
It's ticking again.
All this talk of blood and slaying has put me off my tea.
Oh.
Watch what you're doing.
Hey, watch it.
If you tell someone to watch it, you warn them to be careful. Alternatively, you can say watch out. Let's see an example in this clip.
Guys, I don't think this is Elliot sending the text. I think Allison is.
Obliged comes from obligation. If you are or feel obliged to do something, you are forced to do it or feel that you must do something.
Of course they were. Absolutely. And, speaking of which, as your agent, I am obligated to tell you we just got an absolutely fantastic new offer, but that last job...
The expression kill time means to do something that keeps you busy while you are waiting for something else to happen. For example, we killed the time between trains by checking our social media. In Alice's universe, though, time is a magical being with whom the Hatter had an argument in the original story by Lewis Carroll. We are going to see that there are plenty of references to it in this scene. If you say that a child is naughty, you mean that they behave badly or do not do what they are told.
You can hardly see us anymore, and the pain stops after a while.
As I told you once before, Mr. Potter, naughty children deserve to be punished.
Well, anyway, time became quite offended and stopped altogether.
Here, altogether means abruptly, completely.
You seem happy?
I'm just relieved to have that whole prophecy thing off my shoulders.
I'm not altogether sure it is, Percy. You've done wonderfully, but you are still the only living human child of Poseidon, Hades, or Zeus.
Tick is the sound clocks and watches make every second. It can also be used as a verb.
Something for later. Because I know how much you need it.
The clock's ticking, my friend. We're running out of time.
Down with is something you say, write or shout to show your opposition to someone or something, and to demand that the person is removed from power or the thing is destroyed.
I heard it myself.
It's a scandal! It's an outrage! Down with the Queen!
Down with the monarchy!
Wait!
The adjective bloody, besides being used to describe something covered with or full of blood, is also used to express anger or to emphasize what you are saying in a slightly rude way.
All right. I can see you in this.
Bloody fools. What were you thinking coming here? Have you any idea how dangerous it is?
You're Afoul, Dumbledore's brother.
Commence is a formal and more advanced way of saying start something.
Dons Nightingale, Brearley, Chapin, and Spence, let us now have this meeting commence.
Don Constance. Why is she here?
Slaying is the noun form of the verb to slay, which means to kill in a violent way.
Some may imagine that a noble quest is at hand. A quest to reclaim a homeland and slay a dragon.
We use "and such" when we want to avoid saying a long list of things, especially when they are similar. Let's take a look at this example.
You and the Wonder have been expected for over a year.
There were complications, pirates and such. The ledgers are in my cabin, and would you please let Lord Ascot know I should like to see him immediately?
Therefore, it is high time to forgive and forget, or forget and forgive.
You use the adverb therefore to introduce a logical result, conclusion, or consequence.
Nothing, I repeat, nothing, gives a student the right to walk about the school at night. Therefore, as punishment for your actions, 50 points will be taken.
50?
Each.
If you say that it is high time to do something, or that something happened or was done, you emphasize that it should happen or be done now or as soon as possible. This is an example of advanced use in English. Pay attention to the fact that we tend to use a verb in the past after this expression, as in this example.
Well, now George will have his say.
Please, dear.
Mary, the child's growing up. It's high time she had a room of her own.
Father!
All this talk of blood and slaying has put me off my tea.
To put someone off something means to take their attention away from what they want to be doing or should be doing.
Which one of my superpowers do you love the most? Is it my famous raven cry, or is it just the fishnets?
Seriously? You're putting me off my pie.
Well, I guess it's just my martial arts skills then.
It looks like you ran afoul of something with wicked claws.
I'm still dreaming.
What did that to you?
Banner or bandit?
The Bandersnatch? Well, I'd better have a look.
What are you doing?
It needs to be purified by someone with evaporating skills, or it will fester and putrefy.
I'd rather you didn't. I'll be fine as soon as I wake up.
At least let me bind it for you.
Which picture best represents someone binding a wound?
What do you call yourself?
Alice?
The Alice?
There's been some debate about that.
I never get involved in politics. You'd best be on your way.
What way? All I want to do is wake up from the stream.
Fine. I'll take you to the Hare and the Hatter. But that's the end of it.
What is the name of this famous fable whose moral is slow and steady wins the race? The Rabbit and the Turtle, the Hare and the Tortoise, the Hare and the Turtle.
Hey, watch it!
It's you.
No, it's not. McTwist brought us the wrong Alice.
It's the wrong Alice? It's absolutely Alice. You're absolutely Alice. I'd know you anywhere. I'd know him anywhere. Well, as you can see, we're still having tea. And it's all because I was obliged to kill time waiting for your return. You're terribly late, you know. Naughty. Well, anyway, time became quite offended and stopped altogether. Not a tick ever since.
Cut.
Time can be funny in dreams.
Down with the bloody big head being the Red Queen.
Come, we simply must commence with the slaying and such. Therefore, it is high time to forgive and forget, or forget and forgive, whichever comes first, or is in any case most convenient. I'm waiting.
It's ticking again.
All this talk of blood and slaying has put me off my tea.
In which sentence below do we have the opposite idea of naughty? He was obedient to his parents. He is more impish without his parents. She used to be a defiant child.
You used to do the best 𝗙𝗏𝗘𝗘 and then all of wit's end.
Flutter what?
𝗙𝗏𝗘𝗘.
It's a dance.
Did you notice how dance was pronounced here? In American English, the ah sound is pronounced slightly differently in the word dance. If you want to know more about the differences in terms of pronunciation between American and British English, I definitely recommend this lesson. Let's check out a clip from that. My father is in the car.
My father is in the car.
She bought her daughter a bottle of water.
She bought her daughter a bottle of water.
Tomato.
Tomato.
You like potato?